Hi, beautiful star brothers and sisters. In today's channeling, I want to connect with my fourth density service to others, Ansha beings. These are beings that live in a temporal time-space reality inside the hollow earth, inner earth, or honeycomb earth. They live in another dimension and they are fourth density. I've been working with them throughout my channeling career for the last few years or so, and you can see some of my experiences from my past videos. I met them through a series of synchronistic events and experiences that brought me to this connection. And my experience with them has been nothing but loving, helpful, and enlightening. Of course, when it comes to channeling, one should always discern the energy that you're working with, but with a proper step, you can open up yourself to connect with our galactic brothers and sisters. In this channeling, I wanted to ask them a few questions that I have, that my viewers, such as yourself, my students and clients have asked me in the past. And I wanted to learn more from their perspective and see if they have any insights that can be shared with us appropriately. A little bit before we begin is that my experience working with this group of beings is that sometimes, or most of the time, they work in a collective consciousness. When I was just beginning my training experience with them, I usually feel the presence of 2 or 3 of these mentors, and I have worked with them and get to know them, and now the mentor that I'm being assigned is a female, and her name is MahaRhea. And so in this channeling session, I'm going to connect with MahaRhea. She's one of the priestess of this group, and she's going to help us answer some of these questions. So without further ado, I'm going to invite her in a channeling connection and ask you these questions. These questions are mostly about galactic history, the development of our human origins, and so forth. Greetings, dear one. My name is MahaRhea. It is with love, compassion, and joy that we connect with you at such capacity today. MahaRhea, the first question that we wish to ask is about the planet Venus and about Venusians. Can you please share a little bit more information of what your race know about Venus and Venusians? Certainly, dear one. The planet Venus is one of the first planets within your solar system that ascended into a higher dimensional frequency. At this time on Earth, there are Venusians in the flesh, so shall we say, incarnated into the physical body. Many of these Venusian starseeds are heart-centered, loving, and compassionate beings. They often are drawn towards causes and environmental causes that assist humanity, animals, and the collective whole. They are drawn towards the health of wellness of others and are often beings with great temperament, patience, and compassion for others. Venusians, although quiet at times, are in fact healers, leaders, and guardians of the future. Some of them have been assigned by the Galactic Federation of Light to assist humanity during this ascension. We can call them our ground crew. Venusians are, shall we say, the galactic cousins of Earthlings at this time. Venusians have great love, empathy, and understanding for many souls that inhabit Earth at this time. Venusians themselves can be at times, shall we say, naive, innocent, or pure. For during their time of evolution, they were blessed enough to not have to experience much suffering and domination from the negative forces. They were able to ascend and awaken rather easily, relatively speaking, compared to Earth at this time. Many of these Venusians also act as spirit guides for many of you starseeds. Many of these Venusians project themselves as avian beings and humanoid beings. Of course, there are exceptions to these generalizations. We can only speak of what we know and the common pattern that is experienced. Venusians are also actively working to help liberate humanity through the education and politics system. There have been many trials and errors, many conflicts. If we go into the galactic history, we can be talking for a very long time. And to keep this short, as a group, we connect with you based on the intention of helping you in terms of spiritual growth. And so we will focus on that. Venusians carry the discipline of love. Many of them here are here just to be and vibrate love and light. For those of you that are listening, if the term Venus or Venusians resonate within your heart, do not despair if you ever feel lost or confused. For many of you simply are doing the best that you can by being who you are. MahaRhea, this is Tiffany speaking. Why do we not see physical signs of living creatures on Venus at this time? Can you please explain? Certainly. Due to the galactic rules and limitations placed upon Earth at this time, many of the space stations and meeting places are in another dimension for which your physical eyes cannot be seen. There are different types of space stations, ones that are cloaked using technologies, ones that can only be accessed through advanced consciousness-based technologies, by traveling between dimensions, time and space. MahaRhea, how does one access the inner Earth? Is it like a tunnel that we walk down? Do we need to access technology to reach the inner Earth? How does it all work? This question might feel simple at times, but the answer in itself can become quite complicated, for there are many layers involved in what you seek. At the bigger picture, there are many ways to access the inner Earth. The first way is through portals and gateways. Some of the portals are created by ancient alien races. Other portals are created synthetically by your current humanity. There are also other gateways that open up when the star alignment and cosmic flow energy is aligned at the right moment and at the right time. We ourselves travel based on consciousness-based technologies. Using our consciousness, we can maneuver between dimensions. there are certain points throughout the grid line that we use as entrance points and exit points to travel between our dimension and your dimension. This is Tiffany speaking. Thank you, MahaRhea. We also have a question about Saturn. There's been a lot of viewpoint about the planet Saturn that it's tainted, it's bad. But inherently, I feel like there's more to the narrative than what is shared and what is known. Through your knowledge, what can you share with us? Certainly, there has been, shall we say, an infinite viewpoint in regards to the energy of the planet known as Saturn. The reason for this is Saturn is an ancient place of gathering, meetings for galactic forces. Both, shall we say, are neutral, service to others and service to self. Saturn in itself, depending on which type of being you ask, each have their own agenda. We each have our intention, so to speak. And so, depending on the person that you're asking, they may attune to a different frequency that is connected to the planet Saturn. It is true that Saturn have been compromised in the past by the dark forces. Saturn is a powerful energy center in your solar system. Many council meetings take place in Saturn. Once again, these are in other dimensional space that perhaps you will not be able to see with the naked eye. However, at times, as some of you have experienced already, are able to see starships punching in, so to speak, into these temporal spaces. At this time, the energy of Saturn is beginning to align with the feminine or goddess energy. She is awakening and beginning the cleansing cycle that is happening on Saturn. Some of you will have known that the ring around Saturn is slowly dissipating. The reason for this is because you're all shifting timelines rapidly. What was known as a destruction, a weapon, is now being cleansed away in your current dimension. As we move forward more and more in this ascension cycle, the energy of Saturn will become lighter and lighter. Its lightness and frequency attuned to the goddess energy will radiate throughout the solar system. Thank you, MahaRhea. This is Tiffany speaking. I know that time is going by fast, but we just have some question about the human origin on the planet Earth. Can you speak a little bit more about that? Certainly, this question, once again, is a complicated one. We could spend years talking about the galactic history of Earth. And in honest truth, we do not know the full capacity of this planet's evolution. For each timeline has its own development. This is our only disclaimer as we bring forth the following message. We do not claim to know everything. We only share what we know in the name of the Creator, unity and oneness, to be in service to others. And at the same time, learn about your civilization and to understand our past through your perspective at this time. The human race was planted by various galactic forces. It's hard for us to say and trace back exactly how far this can go. However, we can share that in the beginning of time, this planet was already occupied by other galactic species. You'll be able to see remnants of their visitations through ancient sites. Some of these sites are hidden within the ocean floor and underneath ice and snow. As the awakening and ascension then happens, more and more of these cosmic secrets will be revealed. In the beginning of time, reptoids, mantis, ant beings, humanoid beings, gray-looking beings. There are many types of beings that have visited Earth. The current population that you're referring to are a mixture of these races. They are wanderers or starseeds, starseeds children. There are those that come from the planet known as Maldek to some of you. And then there are also some from the planet Mars as well. Some of your species have also dispersed now to the Moon and to Mars as well. To trace the galactic origin of your human race is very much like following multiple pinball machines. Each pinball has its own direction, all happening at the same time. What is important to know at this time is that you are here to bring forth cosmic awareness, unity, and oneness. To know that the most important thing for you to do at this time is to radiate love, light. To continue with your inner work, transmutating any old karmic blockages, emotional wounds, into forgiveness, love, and compassion, and orientating yourselves towards being in service to others. These, at this time, are the most gracious advice that we can offer. We thank you for this opportunity of connecting with you. Divine love, light, and blessings. Unity for all. So that concludes today's channeling messages. I know that there's really an infinite amount of perspectives that you can ask about these galactic information, right? There's like the Palladium perspective, there's the Galactic Council light perspective, and then today right here we have the inner earth beings perspective. I think that the takeaway of these channeling messages is to not just like point fingers and say what's right or what's wrong, but to open your mind and to learn more, right? It's just like there's been this whole textbook of our history that's not shared to us. And we're just, each channeler, each one of us putting one paragraph together, one page together, trying to learn more about ourselves. And it's really not about who's right or who's wrong, but it's to really understand and to remember our galactic past. And that's my takeaway from it. And that there's like the messages of course, is shining love and light and being in service to others, doing your inner work and being more forgiving to others. Many spiritual teachers and other channelers all have the same message. So to me, you know, this is a great message. It has worked wonderful for me in my life, and I'm continuing to do my inner work. So I hope that this message have brought forth maybe some remembrance for you. And if you have any questions, please feel free to comment below. Maybe I'll do another video in the next session, asking them some of the questions that you guys have and see what they have to share with us. My name is Tiffany, and thank you so much for joining me in my video today. Subscribe to my channel. Every Wednesday I post a new video. I also share more information on ascension updates energy upgrades, all that beautiful things that are available for our self-empowerment journey. Wishing you lots of love and light, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!